Today on the table I have the THC9 and the CZ P.O. You will see a price split of $192. The P.O. is $192 more than the THC9C. Now the question you're probably asking is, okay, so someone finally showed me the light. I now realize that there are trade-offs when you're going from striker fire to double single. Are those trade-offs worth it? I'd like to get into a double single and see if a double single is right for me. Do I want to go with something more expensive like a CZ P.O. or a TH9C? That's what I'm hoping to answer in this video. Specs: the P.O. is a heavier firearm. It is also longer, even if you do get the model without the threaded barrel. It's taller, even if you don't get the suppressor height sights. Capacity: with the THC9, you get two different options. You get a 13+1 mag, which sits like this, or you get a 17+1 mag, which sits like this. The P.O. this particular model, it comes with 15 round mags, but they did an eBay mod to them, so now they're 17 round mags. Your P.O. does have night sights, so that's pretty cool. All the dots are the same color. Not a fan of that at all. Check out my other videos if you'd like to know why. The THC9, you do not get night sights, but you do get a 3-dot sight. Still works okay. Both firearms do have accessory rails. When you purchase the two firearms, your THC9, you're going to get a very nice hard case, hinged in the back exactly how I'd like to see it put together. The spot where you can padlock it. Hinging. The locking system in the front is also hinged. This will last a lifetime. It's cut out for the firearm. Get a range flag, gun lock, speed loader, owner's manual. The CZ case is nothing to be frowned at either. You get two 17-round magazines. Here's your second one. Your gun cleaning utensils. Changeable back straps. Firearms lock. Owner's manual. Neither of the two firearms do come with a sticker though. Trigger brake. TH9C. Single action mode. Doesn't break too shabby. I would like to see a little bit more out of a single action mode though if it's a double single. Here's your reset. Then your brake again. Double action mode. About what you'd expect. P.O. Single action mode. Definitely an improvement. A lot closer to what I'd like to see out of a single action mode. Here's your reset. Then your wall. A lot of creep, and then a brake again. Double action mode. It does break better than the TH9C. The P.O. definitely beats the THC9 in every category when it comes to trigger brake. I would definitely be more accurate, faster, more accurate follow-up shots with the P.O. over the THC9. The quality and the overall look of the firearms, the P.O. is far superior. I mean, the TH9C, it's not ugly. Not by any means. It actually looks pretty damn good for Taurus semi-auto pistols. But the P.O. does push it farther. It's just a cleaner looking firearm. Controls. From a normal shooting position, the mag release is almost impossible to hit, and they did make it ambi, but your controls are only for a right-handed shooter. So yeah, you could eject your magazine, but that's all you could do if you're a left-handed weirdo. So if you're all left because you're just not right, this is not the firearm for you. Slide release, very easy to hit. I don't like the positioning of it because the decocker's right in front too, so you could accidentally come down and decock your firearm. Is it that big of a deal? Probably not, but just something to be aware of. Your P.O. mag release, it's hittable. It's pushing the limits of what I can do from my normal shooting position, but it is still doable. Same problem with the ergonomics on the P.O. Your decocker and your slide release is in the same position, so you could wind up decocking that. Now, your magazine release is reversible, so you could set this up for a left-handed shooter. Your decocker is also on the left-handed side, so this could actually work for you left-handed people. This particular model of the P.O. has a suppressor height sights, not a fan of those at all, and it does have a threaded barrel. Unfortunately, because of the CZ design with the non-circumcised frame, all this area is sealed up, so the gases only have two places to escape, right in the front and right in your face. So this would not be the firearm I would select if I wanted to suppress one. This does not have a threaded barrel, and it does not have suppressor height night sights, but that's okay because that's really not what this is. So which one would I pick? The P.O. or the THC-9? Now there's a couple of different categories I would put these in. One would be a range toy, 2 would be a beginner DASA, 3 would be like a nightstand gun, and 4 would be like, a holster or a tack vest gun. This one's close to being a concealed carry size, but still it's far too large for me. I wouldn't conceal carry this. So we're just going to push that off the table. But if you were to go concealed carry, this would be the one I would pick, just because it has more advantages with size. But so for range toy, this one's cheap, it's affordable, it comes with a nice case, you get a high capacity magazine. But this one has a far nicer breaking trigger. Yeah, you're at a huge disadvantage with these tall sights, but with that nice trigger you can really lay down some pretty good groups. Oh, I forgot to mention too in the specs, the bore access. The TH9C does have a lower bore axis over the CZ. As a nightstand gun, because I'm looking for something a little bit more reliable, I'm not saying this is not reliable, but how it's constructed, it's just done cheaper. I would probably also lean towards the CZ. It's just better construction. I'm more likely to have less malfunctions with this. Another big reason why I think this might have reliability issues, this is a double single with a safety option, which is fine, that's totally cool. But the trigger has a little bit of play when you go on safety, and there's not a whole lot of meat right there. So if you were on safety and for whatever reason, your heart's racing and everything, you pull the trigger real fast, I could totally see you having enough force to snap this trigger off. I just don't like the construction of it. To me, it comes off as brittle. I could be totally wrong. I mean, you'd literally have to be in that kind of situation to know, but that is something I did notice that I'm like, eh. The CZ, on the other hand, you do get a nice metal trigger. It feels great, and I do love the trigger break. Now, as like a tactical, I don't know what you call it, tack vest gun or like a holster gun, again, I would lean towards the CZ. Just because there's more quality of it, and if I'm in that kind of situation where I actually have a gun on my tack vest, things probably went south, so I'm probably not going to get a chance to send a gun in for a warranty. So that is something to be aware of. Speaking of warranty, I've never dealt with CZ's warranty, but my experience so far with Taurus warranty has been pretty good. Another difference you're going to notice between these two is the Taurus has a loaded flag. It's right here on the side. CZ does not. For me, that's not really big of a deal. I don't care about a loaded flag. Now, if it's my first DASA gun, without a doubt, I would totally pick the Taurus. Because the price is lower, it's easier to get into it. And if for some reason you don't like this particular firearm, or you're like, you know what, DASA is not for me, I'm going striker fire, it's a lot easier to recover more of your money when there's less of it spent. It's just the way markup works and how people think of things. You could sell a $1 pack of bubble gum for $2 and nobody would sweat it, even though that's 100% markup. take that to $1,000, you can't sell a $1,000 item for $2,000. It just don't work. So the lower the price is, the better chance you have of recovering more of your money, because you can put a bigger percent markup on it without people sweating it. So, the only class this really wins for me is if I was actually going to carry it. Because of the specs, I probably would actually pick something different, but with just these two firearms, I'd want to carry this more than this. Because this is so heavy and stuff, I'd probably leave it at home. The next class where this would win for me would be, your first DASA. Put your toe in the water a little bit before you dive in head first. This is easier to back out of than this, by a long shot. Other than that, without a doubt, I would pick the CZ in almost every single class. Now, if I did want to actually suppress the firearm and spend the money to get the threaded barrel, man, I don't know if I could deal with the blowback of this.
Ooh, that blowback, though. Woo!
Yeah, just shoot with safety glasses on, but I don't know, just not for me. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave in the comments below which one you would pick and why. Don't forget to subscribe.